Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 17. We're back at Lawfolds. We're down at the sheep, and it's time to do a liquidation, guys. It's time to do a sell-off of our assets, as you will. We're here to load up the sheep. We're going to sell the sheep. So we'll load these guys up. Didn't really get into them on this map, but we do have some, so I got them all loaded up. Whoa, I didn't hit confirm. I gotta remember to hit confirm. I'm having trouble remembering that, even when I buy the animals. Alright, we're gonna load up the 10 sheep. Let's just say we left the trailer open and they ran out. Okay, confirm. Yes, okay, there should be no more sheep back there. We got all those grass bales going to waste. But it's time to have a liquidation sale. The days are short here at Lawfolds. We'll be wrapping up this map soon. And I've got the equipment all out in the, what do you call it, the equipment yard, I guess, at different various locations around the map. So this road, I've got to stay on the road here. I'm going to go in cab a little. So yeah, I've got equipment strewn about. Got most of it collected together in clusters, some at the homestead, some at the other little homesteads. And we're going to have a sale here. Sell back some of our equipment. It's an early day here. You can see we've got our soybeans already. See all the soybeans out there? Got them on the right side of the road. Got them on the left side. All ready to harvest. And you'll note that it's a little easier to drive around. I turned the traffic off. I kind of had to get all this equipment down here. We would never get down here with all the traffic turned on. So yeah, we've got pretty much free range of the road. We can serpentine on the road if we want to, although we might make our sheep vomit back there. We don't want to do that too much. So yeah, we're heading down to the shop to get rid of this equipment. Now the equipment over here in field 19 and 20, right over here, the trucks, the combines and the auger wagons, all that stuff, that's what we're going to use for this big harvest. So we're going to keep all that equipment. That equipment's not going anywhere. But look at all the soybeans. Look at them. That is one big field. We plowed that field together previously, and there's one huge field out there now. So that's going to be a lot of. It's going to take a long time to harvest. Let's just be honest here, but it's a nice big field. Basically, we took 23, 24, 22, 21, and 25, and just plowed all of those fields together. And it's one big field. You can't do that with all the fields. I know some of these, like see up here, there's a stone wall out there. I actually think you can plow maybe one or two of these together right here, maybe three. But not all of them. They put a big stone wall up in the middle of them. So you're kind of out of luck when you want to plow those together. But yeah, the shop up here is what the real mess is. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. It is a mess at the shop. Your jaws might drop. There's so much equipment. I've got it just stacked up here. I've been trying to move some of it up here in between planting and refilling the planters. You know, it gets expensive to refill these planters. All right, here's the shop. We've got quite a line here gathering up at the pointing towards the sale point here for the equipment. See if I can. Well, let me just get back in and zoom out. There we go. You can kind of see it's all kind of waiting. I've sold a little bit. I'm trying to remember what I sold. I sold, I think, the front loaders and what else did I sell? There was a bunch of stuff in there. But yeah, we want to sell the animals, so I think I go over here to sell the animals. We got people walking around in there. Alright, we want to sell these animals. Got to remember to hit confirm. Alright, sold the animals back. So now we can sell this tractor and the animal trailer. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell these man trucks. I don't really need them. I think I prefer the Tatras anyway. They don't, even though they don't go as fast, when you go fast with these and you have a load, these things really like to jackknife. So I'm going to sell the man trucks. So yeah, I'm going to sell the little Bobcat here. Didn't really use it that much. I think I've got maybe a 3/4 of a wool pallet down there, but that's about it. But yeah, all this equipment here, this is what I'm going to keep for the harvest of the soybeans. This we can take. I got to tell you, this thing is a lot of fun to drive. Not just, you know, on the highway, but out in the field when you're mowing, you know, because you can reverse the seat and mow backwards with it. It's kind of like mowing with a combine. I really like it. And this thing can move, man. I have to be really careful on the Lawfolds here because of all the fences. But this thing has some speed. I think it goes 89 is the top speed. I probably will never get up to that here. I think I've got this one over on Goldcrest and I've gotten up to 89 with it. So we'll get all this equipment down to the shop here. Trying to think. I think this is episode 22, and then the next one will be 23. We may have to do this in 2 episodes. Can I make it up to 89? Can I make it up to 89? No, not with this equipment on. Maybe without the equipment. Maybe it won't get up that high. Well, maybe it's 82. Looks like the cruise control down there is set at 82. I wanted to say it was 89, but... no way we'll be able to travel back in time with this tractor. Or with this equipment on. If we can't get this baby up to 88 miles per hour. For those of you who know what I'm talking about. I don't know, I hope the younger generation is watching that movie. Ooh, brakes. If you haven't seen it, go watch Back to the Future, guys. Great movie. Great movie. The only thing we need is a flux capacitor in this tractor. Alright, let's tab around and see what all... Ah, here we are. So this is the 7000 series Massey. I'm going to use it to haul all of this stuff back. It's going to take a little while to get this stuff back because I have to haul the corn planter separate, the cultivator separate, the sugar beet thing separate, the trailer, header trailer separate, then the fertilizer thing separate. So I've got to haul all this separate. And then I've got to go back down to the sheep area and get all that stuff and haul it separate. I think I've got a roller and a plow. I think I can take those at once. Oh, and I got a corn header I got to sell too. So I'm going to have to start selling some stuff here. What I'll probably do, I'm thinking I'm going to reset my tab order once I get some of this equipment sold. At least some of the drivables. Because I kind of want it all in order when I go to sell it, or not sell it, in order when I go to get ready to start this harvest. So hopefully I'll have it in order then. That way I can just tab, you know, from the trucks to the combines, from the combines to the auger wagons, and, you know, so on. But yeah, getting rid of this equipment, part of the process of wrapping things up here on Lawfolds. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a great map. That's not why I'm ending it. There's some other maps that I want to explore and spend more time on. And Lawfolds has been great. It's got large fields. I'll say the roads are definitely challenging, especially when you have the traffic on. It's not so bad when you turn the traffic off. But I think it's just time to move on to other maps. They're coming out with a lot of new maps. One I'm kind of watching for is the one from Black Sheep Modding. I've seen just, you know, tidbits of it here and there, but I really like their old stream map, and I really want to spend more time on it and play it a little more. So yeah, Lawfolds is And I'm not being, discriminative. Lawfolds is not the only map that's going. So Snovka's going, Giants Island is going, and there might be one or two more. I have not decided. The only one that's really not going anywhere is Goldcrest. Goldcrest is I guess you could say, the native map, and I'm keeping it for now. And even Giants is coming out with a new map in the fall, in November. So I definitely want to get ready for that, because I'm going to go dive into that map hardcore. It's a South American map, and they're introducing sugarcane and sugarcane harvesters. Let me see. I'll do a little editing here. I'll throw some pictures of that in. So let's see. This is the one of the first pictures that they released here, and you can see the Massey Ferguson tractor, the background, all that stuff. And this is the sugarcane harvester itself. It's made by Case IH. I actually saw some videos on YouTube with this thing. It's actually pretty cool looking. Alright, you can just see some of the other photos here. There's I think this was the profile picture here. And this was the cover photo that they kind of released. You can kind of see some of the background there. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I think I did a video on this with the announcement. Y'all can go check that out. It's got all the pictures and stuff in there again. So yeah, looking forward to that map. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not sure what crops do they grow in South America. Do they grow crops like we grow here, like sunflower and wheat and all that stuff? I might have to do a little research on that. Maybe exclusively sugarcane. I know they do. What is it? Cocoa beans. I know they do cocoa beans, because that's where a lot of the coffee comes from, right? Down from South America. So I wonder how they harvest cocoa beans. I've never looked that up. There's so much you can get into with farm sim. That's the best part about it. You can get into sugarcane, which I've never heard of, but I'm sure it's a thing, and it is going to be a thing in the fall. You can do a cotton. I'm really hoping they'll come up with some cotton harvesters and start cotton. Maybe they'll give us some more southern U.S. maps where you can harvest cotton. I'm trying to think, what else is there? Rice. You could do rice. Of course, you'd have to build levees and stuff with rice and then irrigate it. Gosh, there's just so much you can get into. Milo, oats, rye, cocoa beans, and peas, peanuts, carrots, sweet potatoes. I mean, there's just a whole world out there of stuff that you can get into. So there's no limit. I mean, really, you can just keep going on and on and on, and with all the crops that there are, you can be any type of farmer really that you want to be. You can do the animals. One thing we should expand on, I think, is chickens. Chickens don't get their fair acknowledgement as far as the animal work goes with the farming. You don't have to feed them. You don't have to water them. I think that should change. I think you should. And I think you should buy your chickens. If you want to, let's say you wanted to have a chicken farm. Well, they make chicken houses, the big long buildings, like warehouse buildings where you can put chickens in, or you could just start with just a simple chicken coop. I don't know why I came back this way. This is the long way. But yeah, I mean, you could expand that. You could have chicken feed, and we'll have to water them, and then buy more chickens, and they produce more eggs, or you could sell the animals themselves. Chicken places have to have chickens. Everybody loves fried chicken. I love me some fried chicken. Get me some of that Popeyes chicken. You know, some chicken tenders. Or Chick-fil-A. You know, everybody, I like Chick-fil-A. Get a good chicken sandwich. Oh man, those little chicken bite sandwiches. The little minis. Put some, they butter the rolls. They're like the little Mrs. Schubert rolls. Then they put the little pieces of chicken on there. Ooh boy. They butter them up, and you can add some honey in there on them. Man, oh man, I gotta stop. I'm getting hungry. This is not gonna work. We've got 5 minutes here, and I may be making a run to Chick-fil-A. I wish I had a Chick-fil-A in my town. Actually, I don't have one, but that'd be cool. There is one about an hour away, maybe. So about an hour away. Boy, you can hear the cicadas. I think those are cicadas outside singing. It's the one beautiful part about summer. You can hear the crickets chirp at night, and those bugs. I want to say there's cicadas singing in it in the daytime. Can you hear them in the background? Don't know if you can hear them or not. Maybe you can if I mute it. Oh, now they're not going to sing. Nope, they're not going to sing now. There they are. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but if you ever watch The Walking Dead and they're out, you know, and about, like on the road, walking on the road or something like that, you can hear them on there. I'm going to have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure they're cicadas. Let's see, let me just drop this here. Ooh. I got to remember to go this other route, though. I think it's shorter. If I go above 26 and 27 and loop around that way, I think it's shorter than going the highway this way from the homestead. I think it is anyway. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to fall. I got to be honest. Summer has its splendor, you know. Go to a water park or have a barbecue or go float down a river, or you know, if you have it, a slip and slide, or you know, just, you know, summertime has its things. You can go to the lake, you know, or go to the beach if you are close enough to a beach that you can travel to one, or sometimes, you know, drive 8 to 12 hours to get to one, or you know, maybe a day to get to one. Depends on how bad you want to get to the beach, I guess. But yeah, season has its splendor, but I love the fall. Maybe fall and maybe winter. Probably fall over winter though is my favorite time of year. Just the months, any month that has a burr in it, I'll say that. Any month that has a burr. So you start with September, October, November, and December. And then January, you're out. You're just a mess, you know, with snow and ice. And by that time, you know, all the holidays are over, and we're just, you know, we're tired of winter and we're ready for summer again. So it's a vicious cycle. I think this way is shorter. It seems shorter anyway. Because it kind of, see how that kind of goes down that way, and then you have to kind of bow around that other way. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to fall. I mean, The Walking Dead's coming back in the fall. I mean, The Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead comes back in September, but I don't know. I'm old school. I'm an original fan of the original. So, all right. Tell you what, I'll get this sugar beet harvester and carry it down there. And I think in the next episode, I think before the next episode, I'll go ahead and move all the rest of this stuff down there and get it sold. or well, I'll just move it all down there, and then maybe we'll sell it in the next episode. So let's see if this way's shorter. I think it is. This is the 7000 series tractor. I'm gonna probably sell it once I get all the equipment back. But yeah, we plowed all that up. That is all soybeans out there. That's a lot of soybeans. I may have to lease a couple big combines, but I don't know how I'm gonna fit them in the gates. May just have to not lease them and do a lot of this harvesting off camera. But don't worry, I'm gonna be doing a lot of it on camera. Yeah, not only that, you know, most of the stuff from Giants comes out in the fall. You think about it, the Gold Edition 15 came out in the fall for PC. The Gold Edition came out in the fall. And then, you know, 17 released in the fall. Now the Platinum Edition with the sugarcane harvester and the new map are all coming out in the fall. I don't know, it's just my time of year. Things start cooling down. I'm not really a heat kind of person, you know, summer heat. Maybe if I lived, I don't know, in a dry heat. I always hear people talking about, you know, living out west, but the heat's, you know, okay because it's a dry heat. I don't know, I've never experienced it, but I know down here in the deep south where I'm at, it's not a dry heat. It's a humid heat. And the humidity, you can barely breathe outside if it gets in the 90s. Yeah, I mean, even if it gets in the 80s sometimes with the humidity as bad as it is. It's just hot and humid in the south. I would love to live in a place where it just got, you know, maybe a dry heat of, you know, the 90s in the summer. And then, you know, in the fall we have, you know, 50s, 60s, something like that. Maybe some lower 70s. And, you know, snow in the winter like normal, and then a nice spring, you know. Be nice. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to drop this here. And I'm going to back this in. And I'm going to get the rest of this equipment up here to the shop. I got to go down. I still got to go back to the homestead and get some stuff. And I've got to go back and get some stuff at the sheep. We've still got the plow and stuff down there and the roller. And I want to say something else is down there. Maybe a water tank or something. So I'll head back down there and get that stuff. And I'll in the next episode we'll come back and we'll get all this stuff sold off. And maybe get our harvest started right away. So until then, guys, remember you reap what you sow. Let me get around this curve before I crash into the fence. I'm so glad I turned the traffic off. Alright, guys. We'll see you next time.